Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 8 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter operation with integers. The lessons we're going to cover today are addition, integer, and subtraction rules, integer, addition, and subtraction rules, add and subtract integers, add and subtract three or more integers, integer multiplication and division rules. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson that is integer addition and subtraction rules. Is 32 take away 89 positive or negative? So 89 is a greater number. You are subtracting a smaller number out of the greater number. So whenever you subtract a smaller number out of the greater one, the answer is always negative, right? Whenever you are subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one, the answer is always negative. Let's just start with the test questions. Is negative 31 and plus negative 92 positive or negative? So you are adding two negative numbers, right? So when you are adding two negative numbers, the answer is always negative. So the correct option is negative. You are adding two negative numbers. The answer is always negative. Is 7 plus 8 positive or negative? Positive it is because you are adding two positive numbers. So answer is positive. Is 32 minus 89 positive or negative? The correct option is negative because you are subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one. So the answer is always negative. Is negative 3, negative 5 positive or negative? So both the numbers are negative. So the answer is also negative. Is 40 minus negative 4 positive or negative? Positive it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is positive. Negative 6 minus negative 7 positive or negative? The correct option is positive. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Add and subtract integers using counters. Let's just skip this lesson. Add and subtract integers. 6 plus negative 3. You have to do 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3, right? Adding a negative integer is same as subtracting. Adding a negative integer is same as subtracting. So 6 minus 3 is 3. Let's just start with the test questions. Negative 2 plus negative 7. You are adding two negative numbers. Adding two negative number, the answer is always negative. So that is negative 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 10 plus 8. So 10 is the greater number with negative sign. So answer is always negative. Negative 10 plus 8 is negative 2. The correct option is negative 2. 6 plus negative 3. So adding a negative integer is same as subtracting. So that is 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. So the correct option is 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. 3 minus 2, which is the correct option. 3 take away 2 is 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. Nine plus 8, the correct option is that is 17. Option number 1 is the correct option. Both the numbers are positive, so you simply have to add. Four minus negative 4. So which is the correct option? Subtracting a negative integer is same as subtracting a second negative integer is same as adding. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 5 plus negative 6. Adding two negative numbers. So adding two negative number means the answer is always negative. That is negative 11. Option number 1 is the correct option. Ten plus negative 2. Ten minus 2 is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Six minus negative 7 equals that is 13. You need to add 6 plus 7 makes 13. The correct option is 13. Option number 1 is the correct option. 5 plus 1 is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. Add and subtract three or more integers. Let's just start with the test questions. Zero plus two plus negative nine. So which is the correct option? Adding a negative number is same as subtracting. 2 minus 9 is, that is negative 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 9 plus 3 plus 5. So which is the correct option? That is negative 1 because 5 plus 3, they both are the negative numbers. You need to add them. So the negative 9 plus 8 is 9 is a greater number with a negative sign. So you need to subtract and answer must have a negative sign. So that is negative 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is negative 1. Negative 9 minus negative 1 minus negative 7. Subtracting a negative integer is same as adding negative 9 plus 1 plus 7. So 7 plus 1 is 8. Negative 9 plus 1 makes, that is negative 1. The correct option is option number 1. That is negative 1. 3 minus negative 1 minus negative 3. So which is the correct option? Subtracting a negative number is same as adding 3 plus 1 plus 3, which is the correct option? That is option number 1. The correct option is 7. 4 minus negative 3 plus negative 2. So which is the correct option? That is subtracting a negative integer is same as adding. So 4 plus 3 is 7 and 7 minus 2 is 5. The correct option is 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Two plus 3 minus negative 3, which is the correct option? That is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 6 plus negative 4 minus negative 3. So which is the correct option? Negative 6 minus 4 plus 3. Negative 10 plus 3 equals negative 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is negative 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 6 minus negative 8 minus 9, which is the correct option? Negative 7. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Two plus negative 4 minus 1. That is negative 3. Option 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson. Okay. 4, it is option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to next lesson. That is integer multiplication and division rules. Is 22 divided by negative 2 positive or negative? So when you are dividing or multiplying, if one of the number is negative, the answer is negative. If they have different sign, the answer is negative. So let's just start with the test questions. Is negative 24 divided by negative 2 positive or negative? So both the numbers have same sign. So that means the answer is, positive. Both the numbers have same sign, so answer must be positive. Is negative 12 times negative 2 positive or negative? So both the numbers are negative. If when you're multiplying or dividing the integers, if both the numbers have same sign, the answer must be positive. So negative 12 times negative 2 is positive. The answer is positive. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is 2 times negative 3 positive or negative? Negative it is. If one of the number is negative, the answer is negative. Is 22 divided by negative 2 positive or negative? Negative it is. The correct option is negative. Is negative 72 divided by negative 8 positive or negative? So both the numbers have exactly same sign, right? So the answer must be positive. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is negative 7 times 5 positive or negative? Negative, it is option number 2 is the correct option. One divided by negative 1 positive or negative, which is the correct option? Negative, it is option number 2 is the correct option. Twenty-four divided by 2 positive or negative? Positive, it is option number 1 is the correct option. Is 6 times 12 positive or negative? Positive, it is option number 1 is the correct option. Is negative 96 divided by 12 positive or negative? Negative, it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. Chapter we were working on is operations with integers. The lessons we have covered today are integer addition and subtraction rules. Add and subtract integers. Add and subtract integers. Add and subtract three or more integers, and integer multiplication and division rules. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.